This is Lil Hoss, and sometimes he can be a little bit hostile. When I bathe him, he likes to show off his swimming skills. As I blow dry him, I can't help but to admire his adorable face blowing in the wind. Today, I am taking him down in our number 3 blade. Shaving his legs is the part that he doesn't like. He shows me his little teeth, and then he screams at me. Sorry, Lil Hoss, but nobody is afraid of you. As I am tidying up his face, I notice that he has a tick. I pulled it off, and because he is on preventative, the tick is dead. He stands like a kangaroo while I clip his nails, and then I round up his paws. I brush out his luxurious ears, and then I tidy up his face. I sprayed him in our exotic orchid cologne, and this toy poodle is all finished. Thank you for the hostility, Hoss. Sometimes us groomers have the honor of working on pure royalty. This is Chase, and he's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Bred to be lapdogs and owned by King Charles II of England, which is where they got their name, these dogs expect us peasants to bend over backwards to their every need. Standing would be too much work for the Cavalier, and they prefer to preserve their energy for more useful things, such as eating and sleeping. So while I trim down Chase's body, he sits. And while I bathe him in our Griminator shampoo, he sits. The blow dryer is an unacceptable nuisance to Chase, but nonetheless, he parks his royal behind. Once he is dry, I smooth over his coat, and he won't even look at me. As I force him to stand for his trim, he stares at me with pure disgust. I clip his nails, and I can hear him rolling his eyes. I trim his ears, and he is mortified that I got that close to his face, but God forbid he tries to get away, because that would involve standing. I shave out his exquisite paw pads. And of course, Chase only gets the most expensive cologne, and he is all finished, still sitting. Thank you for gracing me with your presence today, Chase. This is the adorable little rescue mutt named Raven. She was rescued off the streets of Texas, and today I am bathing her in our Griminator shampoo. This is her second professional groom with me. After she shakes herself off, she attempts to evacuate the bathtub, but forgot she was attached. Then I towel her dry, and I spray her down in our Quicker Slicker spray to speed up the drying process. She looks exceptionally unimpressed while I blow dry her with the high-velocity dryer. While I stand back to dry her face, she sneezes uncontrollably. I de-shed her today using the Equi Groomer, and she is losing a ton of coat. This is my favorite time of year to do de-sheds because they are so satisfying. Raven must be feeling so light after losing all of that fur. After I've brushed her, I clip her nails. I spray her down in our Sweet Petals cologne by iGroom. And this adorable little mutt is ready to hit the town. This is Fredo. He is your average dramatic husky, and as he tries to escape the bathtub, he teaches me the lyrics to his anthem. He's pretty convinced that I must be bathing him in acid. And after he has given my floor a shower, he is equally convinced that I am trying to smother him with the towel. I am spraying him down today in our Quicker Slicker quick drying spray. And obviously he was Alfredo. But Fredo was saving the best for last. He was hitting higher notes than Ariana Grande herself. I swear at some points he was screaming "Help me" and "Mama." Or maybe he just thought he was trying out for American Idol. For me, the most impressive part was that he showed me that he could not only sing, but he could swim at the same time. And now that I am hearing impaired, I brush him out with my slicker brush, and apparently a wire brush is far less scary than a soft towel. I de-shed him using the Equi Groomer, but because he is still young, he is not shedding much coat. After that, I shave out his paw pads, and I sprayed him down in our Mango Tango cologne. And this dramatic boy is all finished, and if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go check on those hearing aids that I ordered. This is Charlie Sparkles and her little sister, Nora Jones. Charlie is a poodle and Yorkie mix, and she is 10 years old. And Nora is a Yorkie and a Maltese mix, and she is 1 year old. After their bath, we fully blow dry them. For the first 9 years of Charlie's life, she was convinced that all other dogs should be dead. That was until she met Nora Jones, and all of a sudden her black little heart was full again. I shaved them in my 3 3/4 blade, and then I clipped their nails. Charlie is a veteran at grooming, so she knows the drill. For the first few months of Nora's life, she was very mean to me, but we have now come to a mutual understanding. I see them on an 8-week schedule. I trim up their faces. And today I am spraying them down in my Sweet Petals cologne by BioGroom, and it smells amazing. They are all finished, looking adorable. After they are finished with grooming, they are reunited on the floor together. Sometimes a young dog can turn an old dog into a puppy again. I never thought I'd see the day where Charlie liked another dog. I always expect sassiness when working on a Maltese dog. This is Murphy, and this is his second appointment with me. I bathed him in our bright white shampoo, and then I washed his face in our blueberry facial. After that, I fully rinse him down, and then I towel him dry. I blow dry him with the high velocity dryer, and a lot of you have asked how we dry their faces. I remove the happy hoodie, and then I stand back with the dryer and watch their adorable face and ears blow in the wind. And after he is completely dry, it's time for his haircut. Murphy isn't afraid to give me a piece of his mind. He is an unaltered male dog, so he likes to get a little bit testy with me, if you know what I mean. I'm shaving his body and his legs down in my number 7. The first time I groomed him, he was all talk and no action. That's why he's not wearing a muzzle. I trust that he's not actually going to bite me.
You're being mean. Hey! Ow! That was a good one!
But this time, his bites got harder and harder until it was not safe, so he has to wear the muzzle. I'm taking his head down in my 3 3/4, and then I trim up his eyes. After that, I tidy up his beard, and then I trim the ends of his ears. I assume he is going to get upset with me again when I clip his nails. He was good for the back feet, but when it comes to the front feet, that's a whole new ballgame. He tried to bite again, so when working on his front feet, I have him muzzled for both of our safety. And after that, I spray him down in our Sweet Petals cologne by iGroom, and he is all finished. He has us fooled with his adorable face. How could anybody stay mad at him? This is Milo. He is a chocolate Labrador, and this is his first grooming appointment with me. Before anyone fat shames Milo, he has a toddler at home, which means he is now his owner's own personal vacuum cleaner, which is just the way Milo likes it. Today I am bathing him in our Shed Control shampoo by Groomer's Choice. After his bath, I fully rinse him down, and then I towel dry him. And Milo's favorite part is coming up next. It seems this adorable land seal really enjoyed the blow dryer. I think he is wondering what exactly he did to deserve this royal treatment. After he is dry, I de-shed him using the Equi groomer, and he gives me some love. He was a little bit nervous while I clipped his nails. And then in order to clean his ears, I take my Nature's Choice ear cleaner and pour that on a makeup pad, and then I wipe them out clean. Once he is finished, I spray this adorable chocolate cake down with some Sweet Petals cologne by iGroom, and this handsome dude is ready for the red carpet. Meet Holly. She is a 12-year-old husky, and she has never been professionally groomed before. I'm a little bit excited and a little bit nervous on how this is going to turn out. I used a 1/4 gallon of shampoo on her. First, I bathed her in our aloe vera shampoo. Then I bathed her in our Dirty Dog shampoo, which is a degreaser, and a 3rd bath in our de-shedding shampoo. Her coat is extremely dense. That's the reason why we did multiple shampoos, so that the last shampoo could lather properly. Surprisingly, Holly has not started singing yet. After we have rinsed her and conditioned her, I use my Savior Fur nozzle. Unfortunately, Holly is not blowing coat, so I'm unable to get any hair out of her with the nozzle. This means that blow drying is going to take a lot of work and take a considerable amount of time. After her bath, I spray her down in our 50-50 vinegar water mixture to speed up the drying process, and then I blow dry her with the high velocity dryer. To my surprise, Holly was handling the groom quite well. For being 12 years old, she stood the entire time, and having never been groomed before, she was not nervous or scared of the process at all. She was very relaxed and didn't do any normal husky screaming. Although she is losing some hair, she is not blowing the majority of her undercoat just yet. And after what seemed like a decade, she was finally dry. And now it's time for brushing. First, I brush her with my coral slicker brush, and then I use my undercoat rake. It removed so much coat that I swear I could have made 3 other little dogs with it. I had to try out several different undercoat rakes to see which one would work with her coat type. Every dog is different, and not one undercoat rake works best for all of them. The fur that's coming off of her is so satisfying. And then I move to the metal comb. If I can get the comb all the way through her coat, that means that I have successfully removed all of her shedding undercoat. Since Holly is old, for her comfort, I clipped her back nails while she stood standing instead of lifting up her back legs. Then I clipped her front nails. She didn't necessarily like it, but she was very well behaved for it. After that, I shaved out her very fluffy paw pads. And then using my curved shears, I tidy up the top of her fluffy paws. I shaved up her sanitary areas to make it easier for her to go to the bathroom and keep her a lot cleaner. I sprayed her in our champagne cologne, and this old girl is all finished, looking amazing. Her owners are ecstatic with the way that she turned out, and I'm ecstatic that she was so well behaved for the whole process. Good girl, Holly.